Megumi's potential is something very outspoken in the JJK community, and what adds to that discussion is how he's portrayed by Akutami, being a badass/prodigy, also further enhanced by Sukuna's fascination with him and the abilities displayed in the series. These elements would skyrocket Megumi's name in the sphere of inverse scaling, and then place my thoughts on the plane of believing that he is among the biggest in terms of potential and can blossom into a sorcerer that rivals the higher tiers. Now I'm obviously late to this Megumi party thing, but for the longest time, the biggest Megumi supporter has been a YouTuber I look up to, Broken Ronin. And as for as long as I have been watching his channel, he's always stuck to the belief that Megumi can be the strongest new generation sorcerer. And I can't lie, I now see the vision. I know after some rereading and thinking, I believe Megumi can be potentially a 9-finger Sukuna, but I will get into that in a later segment of the video.
助けにお前はまだここを分かっていないようだな。
Megumi's father is one of the most influential JJK characters ever. So influential even after his death, he's still being used as a depiction for characters that have reached the pinnacle of strength in the series. Shown in chapter 149, Toji's image is used to showcase and compare Maki's monstrous increase in power. And as well as chapter 151, he's being used and shown as one of the strongest. And keep in mind, this is way and long after his death. With Megumi's father being one of the strongest characters in the verse, period, this gives you a good idea on why he has this sort of power or gift as some may call it. You may ask yourself now, well, how does this affect Megumi? Hereditary strength isn't really an alien concept in Jujutsukaisen, and by not suffering the same fate of a heavenly restriction like his father or his cousin, along with his noble blood, it's safe to assume that he is born with the above average pool of curse energy. That, coupled with the fact that he's being trained by the strongest Jujutsu sorcerer, this makes him applicable for the candidate of the title, Strongest. Megumi has taken ass beating after ass beating after ass beating, but that doesn't overshadow the accomplishments he has made in the series, right? Well, his curse technique, the 10 Shadows technique, allows him to be one of the most versatile sorcerers to date. The only issue I'd say is that he isn't really selfish enough, or rather hungry enough, to reach the top prior to Shibuya at least. To be a sorcerer, you must not only be strong, but you must be mentally prepared for what's to come. Or in Gojo's words, crazy. I mean, you can't really go against it, right? So far, he's one of the few students shown to have a domain expansion. Though incomplete, a domain is still a domain. With all the facts presented, you can't really go against it, right? His lineage, curse technique, his teacher, his mindset, these are all things that steer Megumi in the direction for success. And currently in the manga, Megumi is in another league to his anime counterpart. In his last fight, that concluded with a character named Reggie, we saw Megumi withstand 2.4 tons. Keep in mind, this is while keeping his domain expansion up, and still has the mental capacity to dismiss it and have a fist fight and control his demon dog, which wasn't even unsummoned during their battle, and still somehow decimate the enemy, then collapse from exhaustion. But that's besides the point. It's feats like these that make people want to know how much Megumi can accomplish when his max potential is reached. The potential to be the strongest.